game week 9 preview and predictions on the agenda for today. As usual, you can see on your screen, I'm joined by Barca Boy 103, Austin Forbes, and Maxi Gaming again here today to talk about it. Let's check in. Let's see how we did this past week. All in all, everyone's slowly catching up to Hafid. Hafid's got a little bit of a lead, right? We're on game week 9, so plenty of time to go. But man, I'm honestly, bro, I either get 2 or 3 at this point. Minus the 4 I got last week. That's the only good week I've had. I either get 2 or 3 every week. Outside of that, fucking same old, man. Yeah, Austin had a decent week too, I think. Austin, how many did you have? 3, 4? Oh, you're on mute, bro.
You're on mute.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I think he had a decent week. Max, I think you might have had a better quickfire week than actual prediction.
I think I got 3 right. I got United, Brighton, and yeah, man.
Didn't you get more of the quickfire ones right? I could have, or was that hot?
I banged the quickfire one.
Hey,
holy.
I'm telling you, bro. Quickfire is where it's at.
I said 3-0 Bournemouth. I was 1 goal away.
Bro, that's crazy. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I don't know. I think the Brighton. Did we predict Brighton? Or do we preview Brighton Newcastle?
Yeah, I think we were all.
Yeah, we did.
You want to say Brighton?
I said I'm the only one.
I said
Newcastle.
I said wrong.
I think I said Newcastle. That was the biggest shock of the weekend for me.
By far,
yeah.
bro. Like going into St. James's Park.
But it's not
fucking crazy.
We keep saying that, but like once again, like Newcastle hasn't shown anything good this year.
But getting shut out at home to Brighton is not a good look, and nobody saw that coming. I don't think.
Especially the way that Brighton scored jammy, goal by Welbeck. They defended very well. To be fair, Newcastle
I'm so happy Welbeck scored, bro. I was pumped, man.
Newcastle
I
had a buckload of chances as well. They missed a lot that game.
It makes me hopeful when we have to go to St. James's Park.
Too clinical.
Yeah, it makes me hopeful. In all honesty, I like this version of Newcastle. Normally, it's a fixture that I fear. I really do. Having to go to St. James's Park try to get a result.
Yo, low key, that's just kind of catching up to Jose here.
No, bro. I really was above Austin, and he passed me too. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I went 4 for 5.
That's what I'm saying. Austin had a good week. He passed me this week. So I don't know, man. I gotta start picking my shit up. We'll see. But speaking of ball knowledge and how we know, we got another trivia question to start the show off today. Curious to see who knows this. A little bit of hipster trivia. Still prem. The first outfield player to win 50 possessions this season happened this past weekend. Who was it?
I feel like I fucking saw this as well. This is such a niche thing. Like you just know it, or you just know it, or you don't.
You either saw the stat come up somewhere or you didn't, and you just kind of have to use context clues. Yeah.
You're gonna have to get that in here.
Max got this one last week, so I got a feeling.
I don't even know where to guess.
Yeah, I don't even like
this one. This was a lot more difficult than
it is than the first one.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. He's a defender. That's the only hint I'll give you.
Is that really a hint?
Okay, hold
on.
Specifically an outside back.
Okay, so a fullback.
Is it Aina?
Is that your guess? I'm gonna tell everybody when we get the guesses in.
I know he's having a good year for Forest.
Oh.
I know he's an outside back.
I'm gonna guess Jedi since Jose loves him.
I do love Jedi.
Hey, he doesn't play defense.
So I'll just guess him.
Hey, easy, bro. Easy. Let's be easy on Jedi.
I mean, he plays more defense than Dest.
He does. A lot of players do.
Yeah.
I'm curious for Max's pick. If Max gets this right,
give him a point. If he gets this right, back to back, we give him a point.
Yeah, we definitely reward that.
There's no
definitely reward.
I'm trying to even think what outside backs is winning possessions like that.
He's the first one to do it this season.
Robertson got stuck in a bit against Liverpool. Could be him.
Bro, he actually had
against Chelsea.
Game.
Sorry,
he had a really good game against Chelsea. Really good game.
Yeah.
So did Trent, surprisingly. Actually,
it's not James Justin. I can tell you that.
James Justin, though, kind of the cold
Victor Christensen. I can eliminate some Leicester City players for you.
It's no one from United.
Obviously.
Well, you got 18 teams to choose from.
I like how we're just like just rule out Leicester City, just rule out Manchester
Is it like
United.
Pedro? Is it like Pedro
We
Porro?
don't know.
I fucking know. I'm gonna go Pedro Porro. I don't even know. I
Pedro
I would
Porro's
love
don't
for it
want
to
to
be
spend too much time on this because I don't know.
Yeah,
Pedro
it's
Porro.
okay.
So you know what? Jedi, Pedro Porro. Who'd you say, Austin?
Ola Aina.
Aina's your pick?
Yeah.
All right, bro. It's kind of a shame, man. I think you guys were maybe sniffing it out a little bit, but it's Diogo Dalot.
I was gonna say it. I was like, "There's no way." I was gonna say it's Diogo, but then I don't want to get clowned for saying it, so I was like, "Nah."
Nah, you gotta put your balls on the table, Max.
you know, oh my! I was good. I was like, I wasn't even gonna say Mazra. I was gonna say this is probably some fucking shit Diogo has. Like, it's definitely Diogo. And I was like, nah.
Quietly having a decent season for United so far, despite United's woes.
No,
so,
what I will say about Diogo Dalot, I hate how he defends corners. My God, he would.
He's terrible at corners.
Life enemy.
He's terrible at corners.
Well,
thank God he ain't my player.
Not even that. His just awareness sometimes it's just very.
Yeah, his awareness is shocking.
But he is definitely one of the best right backs.
Well, he's aware of where the ball is.
He knows where the ball is. He knows how to win it back and send United into transition. That's all that matters. So, yeah, Diogo Dalot. Nobody got that one this week, but it was kind of a niche one. It was a niche one.
I think next week, Jose, you gotta pull out some multiple choice on us. You know, just is way too hard.
Yeah, this one was a little.
Yeah.
First of all, if you didn't say outside back, all of us would have picked a midfielder. Yeah, we all would have picked a midfielder.
Yeah, true. I went digging through the sheets in the Excel spreadsheet to really kind of find this one, but it was good, man. I thought this was a really cool stat to pull out, and mainly because it surprised me. Nothing against Dalot, but this is not the first fullback I would have thought of. It really wasn't.
It surprised me. I mean,
the United fan. Yeah, man. But hey, Dalot having a quietly good season, I guess. All right, man. Look, we'll have another one next week, but let's jump into the first preview. Interestingly enough, man, we got Aston here, Leicester City. We just saw Forest play today at the time of recording. Gonna be a massive game, this one. Leicester, man, straight vibes from this side so far this season. At least in comparison to what we all expected from this team. Hoffett will say that, he backed them to fucking get to stay.
Did I not?
I mean, fair. There was some context missing, but sure, that's fair.
Whoa, preseason predictions. I said Leicester staying up.
Yes,
I said Leicester staying up too.
But what I'm saying was context was missing. The point deduction was coming. At least I thought it was coming. So I was like, I wasn't ruling that out. And there was just like some pieces.
I still had to stand
with the point deduction.
That should be fucking crazy. A point deduction comes through. Austin, are you backing your lads to stay up if that point deduction stands?
Yeah. Yeah,
no.
I think I was.
No,
I was saying.
Austin, did you say they were going to stay up in the preseason?
No, Austin was very careful.
Yeah, I had a 17th.
Okay, yeah, so you had them up. Okay.
I think that was fan optimism. That's what I think. But
okay, maybe.
But again, that's just my take. But either way, crazy ending to the Southampton game. They come into this game against Forest, who just got the win over a very down, horrendous Crystal Palace side.
Back to back.
Yep. And I think, look, man, if there's a game that I think Leicester's going to prove to the entire league they're staying up, against, dude, it sounds so weird to say 8th place Forest, but this is where we are. Austin, talk to me, bro. How you feel about this one?
I feel good. Obviously, back-to-back wins, 6 points, 2 games. Can't be wrong. We are also the one of 2 teams that have scored in every game this season. The other one being Manchester City.
That's crazy.
And obviously, Forest has only lost once. They have beaten Liverpool on the road, but all their other games are just kind of like, because they beat Southampton, which obviously we just did barely. And then they've drew to Bournemouth. They drew to, or they just barely beat Palace. They drew to Wolves. 4 draws. Where it's I don't know if we fully know Forest. They are still without Sangare and Morgan Gibbs-White.
And so James
Ward-Prowse. That's going to hurt the midfield. Not like we have a midfield anyway. But I think the game this week can definitely change with Fatawu. If Steve Cooper finally figure out that he needs to start his best player, that'd be nice. But that he just absolutely dominated that game. Red card helped. Var's just going to score anyway, if he didn't get pulled back. I know there's a little VAR controversy.
Did not know Ryan Fraser played for Southampton, by the way. I was shocked by that. Spawned out of absolutely nowhere.
Fair.
Yeah. But I mean, I like our chances this weekend. It's at home. It's a derby Friday night.
Steve Cooper revenge game. Steve Cooper revenge game.
Steve Cooper revenge game, but I'm not the biggest Steve Cooper fan. I think if we lost against Southampton, he was getting sacked.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think he would have been sacked.
I don't think he would have been sacked.
If Leicester still has a job,
But,
there's no way that...
Hey, Clark's not gonna have a job in the morning, bro. Let's be serious here.
Our issue
we're gonna wake up and that man's gone.
we haven't played 90 minutes of football yet together. We've had really good halves. Like we had a really good half against Spurs. We had a really good half against Villa. Like we've had 45 minutes where it's like, oh, we know what we're doing. But there's just sometimes that we look like we don't, like the first half against Southampton. But I mean, you just watch that game where you're like, okay, we're still in this game because of Southampton and some of the goals were weird. But I don't know. I like our chances. I think we're gonna win. I mean, it's Forest.
Like, give me a score. Give me a score.
Yeah, we're gonna score. I'm gonna go 2-1 because I don't think we can hold a clean sheet.
Yeah, that's fair. I think at King Power, I back
Chris Wood revenge game again.
Yeah, I think the King Power. I say 2-1 is probably fair. I'm not buying into this Forest. Chris Wood scoring from outside the box against fucking Dean Henderson hype just yet. I almost want to see midseason kind of where they stand on the table if they're trend. I had Forest right on the cusp of relegation in my predictions. So this whole thing to me is shocking.
I had them going down. I had Nuno sacked as first manager.
They've had a favorable run of fixtures.
Yeah.
I think it also makes a good point. The favorite run of fixtures plus that Liverpool win just gave them so much momentum.
The Liverpool win was shocking to everybody. Like it is what it is. But like I still feel like something's coming. There's no fucking way that like Forest are just gonna keep this run going, even if it's just through straight draws. I feel like Leicester City, they've been relevant every single game, like Austin said, make it difficult for every opponent. I'm probably going to back Leicester in this one too. And let's be real, man. I need to go with the safe pick because I didn't get my numbers back up. So I'm going to go Leicester, lads.
I'm feeling Leicester or a draw. I don't think Forest will win. But with Forest's form and how well they competed this season, it's kind of hard to... I mean, they won in one of the toughest... I think King Power is low-key like a tough place to go.
Nah,
but they've won at Anfield. So
it will be on Friday because it's Forest. It actually will be a good atmosphere, but sometimes.
I'll back Leicester as well.
Max, you got to save the graphic.
Oh, I'm back and forth.
Max go draw.
Thank you.
Hey, I've been shitting on Forest and I've been losing on them. So like, I'm happy if they lose. I'm happy if they win. I don't think this game's gonna
I love that mindset.
I don't think this is gonna be a draw. I think this is gonna be a high scoring game, even though it's kind of Forest is like for some they've been struggling to score goals lately, but Leicester their defense is not really it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be like a 1-0, 2-1. I feel like it's gonna be like another like 3-2.
Wout Foss and Caleb Akoli doesn't strike fear in your heart.
No, it doesn't. I will answer that confidently. No, it doesn't.
It does not. So I think this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be
a couple weeks, Max.
This game's probably gonna be. I feel like either Forest is gonna go up 2-0 and Leicester comes back and draws or wins, or
that won't.
Forest goes up like 2-0 and then Leicester gets a goal back, but they can't get it. They can't get the finishing goal to at least tie it up. So
Max is low key persuading me to change my prediction to a draw now.
Oh my god!
And Austin makes a point. You guys are very good one half of the game. The other half is like they replaced them with us. Like,
but it also comes down to what if we put two halves together.
But you're not going to.
That's a massive what if. It's a massive.
We probably won't.
I'm not in the business doing what if right now. My ass needs to catch up.
That's true. But sometimes it's all Leicester needs depending on the opponent, right? Like they only need one half, like you saw against Southampton. And I feel like Forest.
But I feel like Forest they've been very difficult to break down this year. So you're gonna need more than one half to at least get a result.
As long as we start Fatawu, like
as long as you start, I think
Fatawu,
your issue is that you guys don't start off great. So by the
in
time
every game, almost they've had to come back into it. Yeah, you're right. Max is right.
So
sure.
we did against Bournemouth. We started really well, and then
yeah,
and then Palace we started really well.
So at some point, you guys are just gonna get fucking tired, and it's just not gonna. You guys are not gonna make the comeback. It's kind of like the Mets. How well, here's the Mets.
The year we got
Mets
relegated,
always come back.
The year we got relegated, we beat Forest 4-0 at home. About this time of the year, because it was about to go into the World Cup.
If Forest return the favor this game, it's gonna be fucking wild.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know. I have Forest.
Yeah. Wow.
No,
all right.
That when we went back there.
Hafid, you didn't really clarify. Did you change your mind?
I'll stick with it. I'll stick with Leicester.
Okay. I'll take.
If I change the draw and Leicester win, I'll kill myself.
Hafid's just trying to keep the lead going. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, we'll see how it all nets out, man. All right, let's go on to Villa Bournemouth. Bournemouth obviously coming off of a big 2-0 win over Arsenal, and then you have the 3-1 win, which honestly was kind of depressing for me, bro. Like Raul got off on a great goal, and then like Fulham, like the missed penalty, I think was huge, and then you just factor in like how they fell off after that.
Yeah, they just completely fell off.
Yeah, man. I felt really confident in picking Fulham last week, and bro, it fucked me. I'll be honest, man. Like,
yeah, I picked the draw. I was excited for a little bit because it was 1-1. I was like, oh, hey,
Max, you and me both.
I was like, it was like the 30th minute. I was like, oh, hey, okay.
I think last week was the first time where we had like 4 games all kicking off at the same time. So I was like properly following it all along.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, this could end in the draw, and then I was like 2-1. Oh,
at one moment
okay.
I was
like, oh, we got time. Then I saw a red card. I said, fuck.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, I was like,
shit's cooked. Shit's cooked.
Yeah, it's over. I don't know, man. Fulham, to me, I think we're gonna see more of this. They're gonna go up and down. They're still kind of figuring out some of the pieces, right? But they're still getting, I think, up to speed on where they want to be. But Villa's a top 4 side, as we sit here talk today, and they were a top 4 side last season. So we know what to kind of expect, despite some of the missing pieces. They're gonna be hosting Bournemouth at Villa Park. But look, how much confidence do Bournemouth take from this 2-0 result against Arsenal? It happened against 10 men, but I don't know if that matters that much. Like, I feel like
it was at their home stadium, so
it was at their home stadium down in their
10 men home. Your best player getting sent off.
But still,
this is at the mentality. Different story.
Yeah, but I feel like Iraola has something to use in his back pocket that's a positive going to this game. It'd be much different if the game had played out 11-11, Arsenal win, and then they have to go to Villa. Like, it's just the morale's a much different scenario than if you win 2-0, you score a hell of a goal against Arsenal on the set piece, and you kind of have this, not momentum, but you something positive to build off of and hopefully use as a springboard.
I also think the red card controversy will affect Bournemouth a little bit, for sure.
I don't know.
Listen. When these kind of teams get results against the Big Six, it always crumbles the next time, especially when Villa are facing Bologna at home this week in the Champions League and then another home game against Bournemouth. They will win this game. They could be tight, but I cannot see Villa not winning this game. Bournemouth away from home have been terrible this season as well. So
yeah,
I can't.
That's the only part that I'm like, I want to pick a draw. Like, part of me wanted to pick a draw going into this game.
Oh, go on.
Right ahead.
But it's literally when I go back and look at the away record, it's did we not all expect Bournemouth to be better this season away? Like, just
well, I mean,
they're 11th place. So
they're not doing too bad.
Yeah.
I had them about the 14th, 15th, I think.
Bro, they went out and spent 50 million on Evan Nilsson.
Yeah, true. I see them like as a 12th to 9th place team. That's where I see them.
But you look at their results and it's like, well, they beat Arsenal, but they lost to us. I mean, if Everton was any sense of competent, they should have lost to Everton.
That was a crazy game too, actually.
But I mean, they have good results. 1-1 against Newcastle. They lost 1-0 against Chelsea. They got pumped by Liverpool. And they obviously beat Arsenal. So I don't know if we really know what to expect from them.
Yeah, I mean, the easy pick is
because if it's the Bournemouth that showed up against us, they're going to get pumped.
Like I said, what if they come out just swinging in this? If Bournemouth scores first, Villa still come back and win this game?
Yep,
I think so.
Yeah.
Depends when they go 1-0 as well. If it's like first half, then yeah. Like 70th minute, they might be able to hold on.
Yeah.
Definitely back.
Because it's like if
back-
it's late
I'm
and
back
the
in
crowd's
Vila.
kind of
This
freaking
is not an overthink.
I'm not going over.
I'm not overthinking this.
It's gonna be crazy.
But
If the
Villa,
most
I mean-
corruption of all time.
Oh, Jose, please say draw, please. Yeah, you gotta spice it up, man. Three Villas, just go draw.
Why don't you spice it up? How about you fucking spice it up?
I spiced it up last week. I'm good.
No,
I spice it up. I spice it up every week.
Bro said I did
Bro
said I put my shift in already.
Exactly. Who last week predicted Bournemouth to beat Arsenal? This guy.
Bo, you were shit housing. Dude, there was no
that
ball
was
knowledge.
shithouse
You didn't
quickfire
preview it.
prediction.
You literally just chalked it up as a bullshit result.
Game is
chalk.
game. The locked-in prediction was a 3-0 Bournemouth, 2-0 Bournemouth. I mean, come on. Who saw that coming?
All right.
Not
Because
Bournemouth.
look, if it's a draw, you'll be fuming with yourself. Because if they draw, I'm chilling. Like I already went with Bill at the beginning. If you think about draw and then go Villa, you'll be fuming.
This sales pitch is fucking crazy. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. It's insane.
If you're getting sold on that, I don't know what to tell you, Jose.
I mean, Jose, just
He
saying,
might have a
Hey,
timeshare to
hey,
sell me. I don't know.
I
don't know.
Jose,
already
if you
told you
pick
I'm not
Villa-
overthinking this shit.
Jose, if you pick Villa, there's no point for us to follow this game because
Exactly.
it will not affect standings.
Actually, to be fair, if you pick Villa then they draw, I will laugh at you a bit.
Tell you what. I will pick a draw if somebody else picks a draw in this panel. 1000%.
That's
Like
not
in
how
this
this
game or in
works.
another game.
This game.
Oh hell no.
Hell, fuck no.
Yeah.
I told you I'm not overthinking this, so I'm not saying it again.
Well, there you go. As Hoffman would say, game is game. I'm back in Villa as well.
We can all back Villa, and we all can be wrong.
And that way we look like jackasses.
No,
if
but if
the
it's a draw, I'm
does
coming
come
for
through.
Jose's head. I'm like, yo, if you want to draw,
How
you
you
would
come
have.
from my head when you made the exact same pick, bro?
No, but I was Villa from the get go. You said draw maybe, and then you started like.
What I said was go.
No,
When
how
I
you
was
spelling it
preparing,
like
when
this
I was
now?
preparing for this show, going into this, I was wanting to see if the draw was possible, and then I looked at Bournemouth's away record. That's literally what I said.
Okay.
bad.
If
It's
still a
bad.
draw,
It's pretty bad.
I'll
It's
still
pretty
gonna
bad.
clown you.
Hop is still going to troll in the chat. If you want to troll
Yes, sir,
me
yes,
in the
sir.
comments down below, have at it. Let me know how you feel about this game. All the Bournemouth supporters, I definitely want to hear you guys
Watch these
make a
motherfuckers
case
win.
for your team because
Tell me
everybody here has shit on them.
Watch them win. I feel like we're reverse jigging this
They
shit.
were all
like,
thinking
they're-
if Bournemouth win,
they're,
we're all
they're gonna
thinking
fucking win this game now.
It's going to be the Brighton clip from last season all over again.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be
It's
crazy.
like-
This is all about saving graphics, saving everything. Go
Saving
and get
reputation,
something else.
lads. Saving reputation. The agenda. All right, man. Everybody's here for Villa. We'll see if Bournemouth proves us wrong. All right, moving on to Chelsea hosting Newcastle. Huge game. Huge game. Chelsea, bro, look, they had some decent spells against Liverpool, specifically in the first half. I thought they looked pretty damn good with how they moved the ball. But look, we'll talk about Newcastle here in a second. Where the fuck was Cole Palmer? Where was this man that everyone's
where was
touting is the best player in England, the best English player, maybe
He's
even the best
allowed
player
to
in the
have
world
a
at the
bad
moment?
game.
Where was Jadon Sancho, bro? I'll tell you that. Yeah,
Hey,
he was
Jadon
off. He was off
Sancho's
at 46th
barely
minute.
been
I'll tell you
here
that right
ever
now.
since
He was off in the 46th minute.
Hey, Max, was it a penalty when Sancho went down the box on Trent?
Probably, yeah. It looked like a penalty.
I thought it was very, very close. Like he
I think
did
the way
get
I think the
for
I think
sure.
the I think the main factor is just the way Trent kind of like wasn't really looking,
And he stepped, yeah.
and he stepped into like I think that's why. I feel like that should have because that was also who got a penalty for that? Was it Sunday? Someone got a penalty for that? Which game was that? It was the
Same game?
it was the same game. It was the same
Yeah,
game with Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
Same game. So
yeah,
I mean,
slightly. Well, yeah, the tackle was slightly different. I think it was, yeah, like you said, it was a little more like accidental or incidental with Trent.
Yeah.
But like
mhm.
it was just, I don't know. It was really interesting. I mean, the bar that I was at, Cosm Dallas, it was every Chelsea fan was going ape shit. Thinking that Sancho got the PK,
yeah.
but either way, I think Cole Palmer needs a massive bounce back game, even if it's at home against Newcastle. Like he has to be. Like there's an argument that Chelsea hadn't even really been tested going into the Liverpool game. He ghosted in that game. And now he really has to back up all this fucking hype that he's getting. Otherwise, I don't know if we can continue to say that Cole Palmer is him. I think we can, look at his stats and be impressed with him, but he's still young and has a long way to go.
What about Newcastle? Because if they lose this game, That's a bad loss. That's another bad loss, and I don't know. Their manager may not last.
I don't know if it's a bad loss.
That's a bad loss.
They're not going to sack Eddie Howe.
Losing to Chelsea on the
I don't
road?
know. They've been talking about sacking Eddie Howe like since like last season.
Bro, the FA torched for Eddie Howe for months, and he stayed committed. They're not going to sack him unless he has like a terrible run of form where they have to sack him. They're not going to sack him over a Chelsea game.
If they go scoreless in 2 games, how hot does his seat get as manager though?
He's hot.
Not really.
Not at all.
No, it's when it's rolling. Back-to-back losses happen.
Who are they going to go get? Graham Potter?
Exactly. David
Graham
Moyes.
Potter, David Moyes,
Sam
Allardyce.
I think the only guy they replace Eddie Howe with is Graham Potter.
Xavi?
Like I don't see you going to get David Moyes.
Xavi's not going to Newcastle, bro. No.
Xavi's waiting for the United job. Don't worry.
Yeah, probably. I can see that. That I can see for whatever reason. I can see that. That's a job worthy of Xavi. But like I don't know, man. Newcastle to me. Did anybody in our previous predictions have them in top 7, top 6?
I don't remember. I think
I had them in there, they were. 7th.
I think they were 7th or 6th, maybe.
Yeah, well, go back and look at that. I'll see if I can find a clip.
I know. I know for a fact I didn't have Chelsea in my top 7. I know that for a fact.
I had Chelsea in top 6, but not top 4, and now they're looking like they might be top 4, man. I think personally. Do you think they finish top 4, Chelsea, with how they're playing right now? Under
shot.
It's too early to tell.
Really?
I've
been saying no. I want to hear Hoffman.
I'm just dying on the sword for what I said preseason, to be honest.
I want to see Maresca versus Arsenal and City before I mean, obviously it's like, okay, well, they played 2 best teams, so you kind of figure it out. But I just want to see them against a really top manager. See Maresca himself against top manager and see if he gets found out a little or if he learned a lot when he was our manager last year. I mean,
is Arne Slot not a top manager with the first place team in the league right now?
I mean, yeah, he is, and they lost.
That's what I'm saying. So we've seen that a little bit. Yeah. They lost to City clinically 2-0. So you don't think
but
that
it also could be one game. It could be one game. Like I do want to see them against Pep, and I mean, because where did Enzo learn his stuff?
They lost to City.
They lost City.
Where did
first game though?
Yeah, I mean, it's first
that
game.
Was opening week. I can.
So we'll look at January, February, whenever that next fixture is. I think you also have to see them against other big sides, right? Like to me, Newcastle's decent, but I want to see them against Villa. I want to see them, of course, against Arsenal. I think did Chelsea play Brighton already, right? And they took that one.
They won that.
Yeah, Palmer scored 4 goals.
yeah. So again, I think for me and Spurs like another one where I just want to see like how Maresca lines up against those teams and is able to take them down or not. But they had spells in this Liverpool game where they looked pretty decent and like a top 4 side. Just didn't put it all together for a full 90.
Mm-hmm.
And he will have that. And I think against the lower managers, he will be as good tactically against them. It's just a matter of can he do it against that top tier managers, and we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. So look, they traveled to Anfield, tough place to play, still figuring out against Maresca. Now they go home. They welcome Newcastle to Stamford Bridge. Newcastle is one of the most 50-50 teams in the league right now. I don't know how to feel about this team. They're good, they're bad, they're mid. I don't know what. Like, I really don't. Traveling, I don't feel good about it, though. I'll be honest. I think Chelsea should win this game. How do we feel? I think I'm probably going to back Chelsea. I'll go first. I'm probably just going to outright back Chelsea on this one.
I'll go next, and I'm going to back Chelsea for the simple fact that 3 days later, they play again in the EFL Cup at St. James's Park, and I feel like Newcastle probably want to win that game more ahead of the Premier League game. I feel like Chelsea want to win the Premier League game a little bit more than the Cup game. Of course, both teams try to win both games, but if they can pick, that's where my mindset is. Of course, midweek, they have, I think, Panathinaikos in the conference at home, so no traveling needed. Cole Palmer not in the list for Conference League whatsoever, so he'll have a week off fully fresh. And also kind of a bounce back for Chelsea after, competing well against Liverpool, but not getting the result. I think the only reason why I'm not, if Newcastle got a good result against Brighton, I might be favoring a bit of a draw, but the fact that they just weren't clinical on the day and they didn't look that great, and it's post a national break as well.
And it was at St. James.
Yeah, it'll probably continue. So I will back Chelsea for those reasons.
All right, fair enough.
No draws from me yet. That's kind of ballsy, I have to say. Yeah.
I've been saying Newcastle has not been a very good team this year. Chelsea. I'm not gonna say I predicted them to do this well this early on, but they definitely have played 10 times better than they had last year. It's a tough loss against Liverpool. I mean, it was at Anfield. They competed well. They just didn't get the result. Yeah, Cole Palmer didn't have the best game, but not everyone can play the best every single game. And obviously, we want to see players of his caliber show up in bigger games at bigger stages. So maybe we see a good bounce back this weekend against Newcastle.
And also, Chelsea tend to do really well with these kind of like medium level teams, like your Brightons, your Villas. So
right. I think Chelsea's going to take this game. To be honest, there's another game where I feel like this is a trap game where Newcastle can surprise us.
Go in the middle, then go for a draw.
I'm not doing that. You're not going to sell me.
Oh, we can't all just pick Chelsea. This is going to be so boring.
I haven't picked yet.
He hasn't. Austin hasn't picked yet.
Go on, Austin.
But,
go for the draw.
I think
I'm gonna go with Chelsea. I'm just kidding. No, I'm legit gonna go draw.
Yay!
For the boys.
Fair enough.
I'll go draw. Because like Matt said, and I do agree with him. Not just fit my point, but Newcastle can play well. Like they can at times play well, and Chelsea can at times not look great.
And it's not even that they can play. They can play well. I think at a minimum, Newcastle, to support your point, even though I'm picking Chelsea, they can make things very difficult for the opponent. They can make it a physical game. They could just sprint at you for a full half.
I don't think Chelsea's a very physical team.
Yes, I would agree with that.
So I think they can pull out a draw, and I'll go draw.
And Max, you said Chelsea. All right.
Yeah, Chelsea.
Okay, man. There's some interesting hot takes across this episode. I am kind of writing these down as we go along. All right, man. We got our picks in for that one. Let's see how it goes. We have West Ham and Manchester United next. Honestly, I think this is a great game. I'm excited to tune into this one. United visit the London Stadium. West Ham getting absolutely clapped at the weekend after Kudus got that first big goal. I honestly, when Kudus scored, I thought, okay, like maybe that springboard that came from smacking around Ipswich really kind of, got to West Ham and they're going to pull something together. And then the second half, the first 20 minutes of the second half, they just shit the bed and Spurs ran away with it altogether. Son had an absolute field day. So we look at that game versus United, who faced some adversity after conceding a goal at the death of the first half. I'm sure Max was feeling some type of way about that. And then you guys come out and still find a way to get it done. 2-1 United over Brentford, crawling back up the table slowly. Max, we'll go to you, man. Then we'll get our predictions in. How confident are you about traveling to London and getting a result?
No Kudus, no James Ward-Prowse.
Well, I mean, he plays for Forest now, but yeah.
I mean, no James Ward-Prowse. Who else is not playing?
They have a few. I don't know if Fulkrug is still hurt.
Fulkrug's still hurt.
Is it Souček out?
Souček is out. Todibo's playing kind of like shit right now, to be honest. Like,
if we do not win this game,
who's been more disappointing, West Ham or Crystal Palace?
West Ham.
Man, fuck, man. I had this team as my surprise team, and Lopetegui's absolutely shit on that.
West Ham is spending money and like not performing. That's like they spent a good amount of money. Like they spent money,
and they were good signings. They weren't bad. They were good signings.
They weren't bad signings either. So like, it's a little bit disappointing.
Crazy.
But I think this is a game that United, obviously, I mean, regardless of the bias, this is the game that they should absolutely win. I feel like if United came into this
game like 20th in the league, Max still backed them to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's called being a fan, Hop.
No, for sure.
But it's not even the fact that like if we were 20th, it's the fact that we have the talent that we shouldn't be losing to a team like this. So like if Barcelona was mid-table right now, like you should still expect them to beat fucking Las Palmas like Valencia lost today. So,
bruh, like, that game.
Like, I didn't even notice Valencia's in last place. Like they're terrible.
Crazy. They're fucking awful.
But, get relegated a bunch
were they bad last year?
No,
they just survived.
Not like this. Not like this. This is bad. This is really
It was
bad.
like 2 years ago they almost got relegated, right?
Yeah. Fun fact: Mexico lost to Valencia's B team like a week ago. Anyway,
Yeah, I
go
saw
on.
that. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to say it. I know you were.
I'm down bad already on that front. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But no. Like I think this Brentford game was a good game. Unfortunate that our physio staff is god awful and can't get shit right. To be honest, that was a lot of fucking blood. I was telling Bria, my fiance, I was like, yo, how the fuck is this man going back in? This man looked like he needs to go to the hospital. That was a lot of blood.
It's insane. Yeah. I was like, he needs stitches, 1,000%. Like,
yeah, I was like, whatever they could do right now, like, bro needs to probably go to the hospital. But I was like, hey, they just did not seal it correctly, and it cost us the goal. Like, everyone's blaming the refs. Like, the refs has to do his job. You're not allowed to play when you're fucking catching the blood coming down your like. That's just,
bro. It was huge. The whole gash was
the whole gash. Like, you
weird,
can't play
bro.
like that.
I was
For the own player's safety and other players' safety, you're not supposed to, like, that's the reason why they're supposed to be removed. But we still faced some adversity and we still came back. I mean, I feel like we played really well the entire game. We kept Mbomo in check, which was fantastic. I don't think he really had any good opportunities that game. Garnacho played well. Rashford, listen, if Rashford's assist was by KDB, everybody was sucking him off right now. I swear to God. Because since it's Rashford,
Hoppin won't hear it. Hoppin won't hear that.
Wait one second. You know that Asian fan that reacts to United games?
I
the
think
clips.
So.
Matt probably knows him. There's like this Asian guy who does live watch alongs like in Asia for United.
Yeah.
At halftime, he brought up like a whiteboard where he was like looking at the team and analyzing it, and he had the like the number plates for Rashford. He took it through it. He's like, all right. So fair. Rashford's so shy. I don't care if he does one decent assist.
Hey, it's a couple decent plays in the last few weeks though.
He's been playing well. He's been playing well.
So overrated, man.
And I'm actually interested. I actually like the fact that Ten Hag actually switched them this game. Rashford's on the right and Garnacho was on the left. It allowed Garnacho to play more to his style, whereas Rashford.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to put Diallo on the right because that's more to his style, and then Chuck Rashford on the bench.
Honestly, you should favor your best players anyway. And I feel like Garnacho and Diallo are your best wingers. You should put them in their ideal positions, and Rashford needs to kind of prove that he belongs. Honestly, Rashford should be confident enough in his ability at this point to be like what Rafinha is for Barcelona. Bro, just play where they need you. Play where they need you because you should be that good anyway.
And I think that's what I think that he's starting to learn that because honestly, he played really well on the right. Like, he played really well. So I think they can carry this momentum into this weekend against West Ham. I think this West Ham team is just down bad right now. So just take advantage of it while you can. And they should. I feel like we should win this. I feel like we should win this game at least like 2-0, 3-1. I feel like we can get a clean sheet in this game.
This will be an interesting game. Okay, so we know Max's pick. I'm gonna make mine. United have drawn the last 3 away.
God damn it, Jose! Don't steal my flow.
I tell you what, I think I'm gonna still watch the Fenerbahce game and kind of just see if there's something there that I can kind of lean into with this. But I really feel this smells like a draw. But with that said, Max, just to kind of maybe support your point, I've been so fucking wrong on United recently. I was good at the start of the season, and my last couple picks for United have gone off. So maybe there's a win here for United on the road, but I'm gonna back a draw.
I completely agree. The point that I was going to make was exactly what Jose made. United's record at the London Stadium is complete and utter ass. Also, United play on Thursday away at Fenerbahce, Mr. Mourinho. And then they play Sunday morning. It's a very, very quick turnaround. And like I mentioned when we talked about United during the international break or the show before the international break, that this important 7-game run coming. And I said they did win 5 out of 7. This is the one where they don't win. So I think it's going to be a draw. I would have backed West Ham to win if they were a bit better this season, more fluid, had their players available, but don't really trust Lopetegui that much. So I'll back a draw just simply on like stadium vibes, United coming off, Fenerbahce, whether they win or lose that game. Unless they win that game comfortably, my mind won't change too much. So
if they win comfortably, I'm gonna be like, damn, my draw pick might have been fucked. But like, I don't know. We'll see. I still think. By the way, the record at the London Stadium, I think it's It's not. I wouldn't say it's shite. I think it's like.
Well, I think
we
last
haven't-
season they
won.
lost.
We haven't won there since 2021. So
Yeah, so like the last.
No. You guys won there February.
last year.
Yeah.
What was the score?
No, this year, last season.
This. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
You won 3-0. Hoyland got a goal. Garnacho had a couple goals. Yeah, it was 3-0.
Oh, but yeah, we're in the
No.
Yeah,
Did we play them in February?
I'm pretty sure.
Was it cup?
Was it a cup?
No, it was a Premier League match. It was a regular match. Yeah, I'm telling
sure?
you, guys. United fans, let me know in the comments down below. But I'm almost positive. I can go back and look at this actually, but I'm pretty sure United won that game. And then the last
We
two
were
after
home.
that.
No, we were home. We won 3-0 at home.
Oh yeah. You're right. Sorry, let me go back and look at this. You're right. That was. I don't know why I thought you guys were away. Was it Villa? You guys were away and you won.
Yeah, we beat Villa away.
It might have been. That's what I was thinking of. 3-0.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Got the fixtures confused.
Mhm.
But you did beat West Ham in the winter. But it was at home. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. My pick will stand then. I'll take a draw.
I think I would. I would normally go against United because I think it's hilarious when they lose. But West Ham has shown me nothing that tells me they can beat United. Hoyland got a full start under his belt.
Good goal too.
Important. Yeah, he had a good goal. So I think I'm gonna go United, just because I think they're. I mean, like Max said, with their talent, they should beat this West Ham team. This West Ham team without Kudus and. I mean, they just look not great. So I think I'm going to go United.
Bro, we might have to stop covering West Ham on the show, man. Like, this is like the third week in a row where like we've all backed either a draw or the other team winning. So and it's always come true. So like I fucking know. Lopetegui just needs to go, man. Like, I'll be honest, I'm not a West Ham fan by any means, but damn, bro, like this team is just not good right now. So. But anyway, those are our picks. 2 draws, 2 United wins. If West Ham wins, another one that we all kind of get screwed on. So
another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust. We'll see how it nets out. And then finally, Arsenal hosting Liverpool. Massive game at the Emirates. By the way, guys, if you guys haven't seen just the schedule for this weekend altogether, Sunday is like a fucking huge day all the way around. Like all the way around.
I'm excited. Low key.
And it's Saturday times because I think time change.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's next weekend. Well, it's for me, Canada next
Yes.
weekend. I don't know if it's for you guys this weekend.
But bro, Chelsea, Newcastle, Palace, Spurs, United and West Ham, Arsenal, Liverpool are all on Sunday.
Perfect. Sunday
is going to be a busy fucking day, bro. Like, yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, I know. Happen. Yeah. You can watch the games in peace.
I get finesse every weekend, lads.
But look, this game's going to be huge, man. Arne Slot already kind of proved that the first major test of the season, he could pass. I wouldn't say with flying colors, but they got the job done. And it wasn't home. Now they travel to the Emirates, and look, they get to play an Arsenal team who will likely have still Odegaard out. Saka's a question mark. I think it's 50-50. I think, look, man, if Saka doesn't play or doesn't start, maybe he doesn't play. I don't know the extent of his injury. I think Arteta does a really good job of keeping that under wraps. But if he doesn't start or play, and we don't fucking see Ethan Nwanetti get meaningful minutes, I'm going on an epic rant on the timeline about Arteta, bro. I'm at the point now where
you can have the Barca mindset with Arsenal. They just,
he can. No, I agree. I just think he's still somewhat naive and too cautious. Like, at the end of the day, if you're going to ask your players to be courageous, then you be fucking courageous. You have a player in that locker room, the only one, and yeah, he's 17, but the only one who has a skill set similar to Odegaard, and you're forcing players to play out of their positions. Why the fuck am I seeing a midfield against Bournemouth of Marino, Declan Rice, and Thomas Partey? Literally all the same profile. Huh?
Who was playing in like the 10? Was it
nobody?
Rice?
I have no idea. I saw the 3, and I was like,
I didn't watch the game, but I saw that lineup. I said,
the most sus lineup of all time, bro.
Marino, Partey, and Rice.
It's like this man's playing
ESC
25, bro.
Bro, I was like,
who
that's a Leicester City midfield. If I've ever seen
one.
Yeah, I just you can't have three defensive mids as your entire midfield. It doesn't make sense. It just looks like I said, you're playing Football Manager or EAC 25. Like I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know why you're scared of this. But and then waiting until we're down 2-0 to put him in. Like, what's he gonna do? One man down and down 2-0 against Bournemouth with 15 minutes ago. The fuck's he gonna do? Like, there's nothing a kid can do in that scenario. Like, you have to give him meaningful minutes. And if we can't rotate one of our youngest, most promising players into a game against 11th, 12th place Bournemouth, then what are we fucking doing? Like, what are we doing? Why are we on this title chase? Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro.
Do you feel like that's why a lot of your youth players are not staying with Arsenal because they feel like they don't get any chances to play?
Yes and no. I would say it's very situational. I would say that's why Vieira left. It's why Reece Nelson probably left. Emil Smith Rowe, the only question mark where I feel like his injuries were just constant, and like I don't know if he's was ever really going to like break into the 11 after he kind of got replaced a little bit. But what I would give to have ESR right now, what I would give, man, like holy shit, I'd give my left nut to have ESR right now, like 1000%, bro. It's just I don't know. Arteta, to me, yes, could he win the title with Arsenal? For sure. But you're never going to win it playing uber fucking safe every game against opponents that you should beat. You're never going to get it. And now with Liverpool, I don't expect Ethan to play. Like that would be naive to now put him into the lineup again in the biggest game of the fucking year. Like there's no way. So we're probably going to see Trossard go back into the midfield, which we should. I hope to God we appeal and get Saliba back. But if we don't, I don't know who will start at center back. It might be.
Is Calafiori doing well? I'm seeing him getting a lot of stick.
No, I think he's doing well. I personally think he is. I think he's being
asked to do a lot. I think
he's being asked to do a lot as someone who's never played left back. But I will say that I think he's performing decently well. But it's hard to judge. You had the one game against City, you've had a Champions League game against PSG, and you've had 30 minutes of a full 11 against Bournemouth. And after that, you kind of have to sit in. So I thought he played well against City. They played pretty well against PSG and Bournemouth. I'm not going to give an assessment because it's 10 against 11. But overall, I don't think Arsenal even played that well against Bournemouth. I think a lot of Arsenal fans are fixating on the controversy. I don't buy that fully. I think we still could have won the fucking game, to be honest. If Martinelli scores that chance in the 65th minute, you just don't know what could happen from there.
Gary Neville said that as well. He said that even with 10 minutes, he expected Arsenal to at least get a result from the game.
They can. I don't think that, like, Neville saying they should have, to me, that's like a little bit, clickbaity. Yeah, but I think they could have. Arsenal definitely could have, and that's what was concerning.
That's a lot to do in high-level football.
Yeah, it is a lot to do, but I still think that Arteta let his team down with the selection, and frankly, with the timing of the substitutes, let his team down again twice in the same game. I feel like he went into that very, very naive, and now I'm hoping that he can get his head out of his ass and be ready for the toughest opponent we've had so far this season. I say that because I feel like against Liverpool we actually play. If you remember the games last season, we actually play. I feel like against City, it's such a shithouse game. It's like such a physical, let's just beat the shit out of each other and see who pulls out the score at the end of the 90.
The bus.
Yeah, well, that too. But like I would say, even what City do, like the tactics on both sides just end up becoming like petty from my perspective. But with Liverpool, this team will come at us, and we have to be ready to absorb that and go at them. We cannot sit back. So, how do you guys see it? Obviously, I'm gonna take my pick out of it because I'm gonna pick. Ooh, actually.
Oh, did it go against the Arsenal?
Well, I did it against City. If you guys remember, I picked a draw and I got that one right.
That's City away, so that's
Yeah, true. It's the only time I've done it so far this season. If Saliba doesn't play, I will say a draw for sure.
Listen, if Saliba and Saka don't play, putting $500 on Liverpool. No, I would not do that. But no,
that'd be a crazy bet to make, though. First of all, Saliba and Saka don't play. I mean, I won't talk about the only thing that's worrying me. I wouldn't be surprised.
The only thing that's concerning me is that Arsenal's record against the top six it's fucking phenomenal. I don't think they've lost in like almost 2 years to any of the top six teams, whether it be home or away. So, and to be fair, Arsenal's form at the Emirates over the past year has been right shite. It's been, not maybe in these kind of bigger games, but
against the pressure table sides, they create more pressure at the Emirates than they should. I agree.
Yeah, and I feel like in those less pressure games, they tend to crumble. But when the Emirates is kind of riled up for a big game, they tend to be okay. But I saw a stat that the Bournemouth loss was Arsenal's first away loss of 2024 in the Premier League, I think. specifically. I don't know if they did, I don't know if they were in Europe.
We went
They lost to
virtually
Bayern.
undefeated in the second
Actually,
half.
yeah, that is true. I don't think you guys lost at all this year so far.
Because they lose at home, which is strange for a big team to have their home form be the weaker one compared to their away form.
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I think some of that is like also. I don't want to put it on the fans too much, but I feel like Liverpool gets something out of their fans that this Arsenal team doesn't always get, and it's honestly pretty fucking disappointing. Like it just shows you, I guess, maybe how many casuals are in our fan base. I don't really know, but yeah, I would agree. I don't know what the reason is, but there is some of that at play there too, with like the fans not making that stadium a fortress.
I think it also could be style. Because Liverpool play that, at least under Klopp, they play that high pressing, just always at you. And like as fans, you get up for that, and Arsenal just kind of takes it. Yes, they play with a high line and do press, but like it's more methodical.
It's patient,
and maybe that could lull a crowd to sleep a little bit. I think that happens with City all the time.
Yeah,
but
that's fair. Actually,
I mean, Arsenal does probably have the second biggest fan base in the world, next to United, at least Prem-wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pop is about to walk off the fucking show.
No, I was like,
no, Prem-wise. And it could be, I mean, a lot of tourists go to Emirates, and it's just how it is.
Yeah, again, there should, I don't know, man. There should be some credentials that like some of the.
I think the midweek games are important though. Arsenal hosts Shakhtar at home, and then Liverpool have to go to Germany, RB Leipzig. Not the easiest away trip in the world as well, both on a Wednesday. So I'll make the first prediction. I'm gonna back Arsenal simply on the fact that I'm kind of playing the max card here, where I'll win either way. If they lose, I can watch the Arsenal fans cry and get the fan cams out. If they win, I get some points. So that's why I say, because I think this game is really, really hard to predict. Whether players are available or not is not my concern, but I'm looking at how
that should be a concern for you.
It should.
If Saka's not playing, Jose will tell you too. If Saka's not playing.
But the thing is for me is that Arsenal at home, they're gonna have an easy game midweek that hopefully rile them up for the away game. The pressure after the Bournemouth game, then you have the Liverpool, they're playing well. Arsenal's away from Arsenal's form period gets the top pick over the past 2 years, undefeated, so you can't really say you can strongly back Liverpool. So I'll just back Arsenal.
Well, if this does matter, Arsenal is the best home record this season. Liverpool is the best away record this season.
Did Arsenal win against Brighton, or was that a loss?
It was a draw.
It was a draw.
It was a draw.
Okay.
Yeah. The only loss this season's come against Bournemouth.
Just because I don't think Saka's going to play, and I don't think Saliba's going to get.
Oh my god, guys, he's definitely playing. They're going to put that.
I think Saka will play. If he doesn't play, it'll be shocking to me. I actually think that we sat him.
I don't think he's 100%.
He'll start against Shakhtar on Wednesday. Watch his face.
Bro, if he starts against Shakhtar, I'll be very worried. I'll be honest. I think he needs to start against Liverpool.
Because remember, he's now like a week and a half. He hasn't played football. He's gonna need to get that sharpness and rhythm going for the Liverpool.
Okay, yeah, maybe coming off the bench, but I hope he doesn't start, bro.
I think he'll start and then he'll get hooked at like an hour, 70th minute, hour mark, something like that. That's what I think.
And I don't think Saliba's going to be available. I don't.
Yeah, he's definitely. I think he's definitely.
I just don't see them upholding that appeal.
What's going to be the back four, you think, Jose, if Saliba's not playing? Will you put Calafiori in the middle?
Believe it or not, I have a hot take. No, I actually think if he doesn't play, a lot of people are saying Ben White, Calafiori. I think Gabriel being left-footed it makes that a little more difficult. I actually think it's going to be Timber next to him.
Okay.
But isn't
That's
he
realistically what I think. Timber, he's well, a lot of it was like load management because he did get like picked up a little bit of a strain a couple weeks ago right before the international break, playing all those games that he had to play. But I still think
about Arsenal midfield, by the way, playing 3-6s. Arsenal's back line is just a bunch of center backs.
I don't know, man. It's again, it's like that's the lineup that I would have expected.
Freaking Kivior and like.
Yeah, and taking off Raheem Sterling for Kivior, and Kivior being the reason we got scored on the second time, that shit fucking pass back. It's crazy that we signed him a year ago. We've already outgrown him. I just don't. Again, if Arteta goes with some bullshit lineup, I'm gonna fly to London and slap the shit out of myself. Like I don't know how else to like get this message across that he needs to trust these players that he says are raising the floor of this team. If you're gonna make Bonetti the most or the youngest player to ever make an appearance in the Prem, that can't be his whole cameo. That can't be his whole fucking highlight reel. Play the fucking kid. Like I don't know how else to say it. Especially if Saka doesn't play.
Did that.
Yeah,
Brandon Williams.
Different scenario.
but-
Different scenario.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Liverpool just because.
All right, fair. It's not a bad shout. They'll have everybody.
I don't
Wait,
think
Jose, what's
Saliba's
your
gonna
official prediction?
play.
Draw or Arsenal?
Huh?
Man, if Saka plays, even if Saliba doesn't, I'm expecting Saka.
Saliba's not. Saka is. I'll tell you that right now for free.
Oh man, I'm gonna take an L on this. I'm gonna back the Arsenal. It's probably gonna end up being fucking a draw or something because of just the players that we're missing. But I gotta back my lad.
I love how he says a draw or something because he won't say it now.
It could be an L. I just don't. Same thing last season we did this show, right? I just don't see it happening. But because for the reasons that Hoppet already stated, the big six.
I kind of don't want to predict this game until lineups come out.
That's how I am a little bit. Like I just want to see who we actually.
That's what I said. That's what I said pre-show. I was like, there's really one game where it's really hard to predict without like.
That's why if you predict with confidence, it just looks so much better. When I said Arsenal from the get-go, they win. I look great.
I mean, I'll say Arsenal too. I think I'm just a little bit of a realist with my team, but like I understand what you're talking about.
Max back the draw, so someone comes out with a win.
Yeah, I was gonna back a draw anyway. So
yes, sir.
There you go. All right, fair enough. I think that. Look,
I think Arsenal's gonna park the fucking bus.
If we score first, I'll take it all fucking day.
I hope you score first because then you're gonna make a mistake and it's gonna be 1-1. So.
With a full 11, we have yet to make a mistake setting up in that.
Liverpool playing a yellow kit. They're playing a yellow kit. I might consider my choices. It's yellow kit, Liverpool, and them are just different vibes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. I think it'll be a good game, and this will definitely be the highlight of the weekend. At least we expect it to be. So we'll
Sunday
find out.
alone will be the highlight.
Yeah, Sunday alone will be the highlight for the Premier League this weekend. And look, man, that's really kind of all of our previews and predictions for this video. But let us know in the comments down below how you guys feel about this one. Sunday is going to be just a whole slate of juicy ass matches. Hophead's going to be around for all of it for the first time this season, it seems like. So I'm sure the group chat's going to be popping. But
oh yes, sir.
But we want to see the same thing down in the comments below. All right. Now that's it. That's our predictions for this week. If you haven't done so already, do me a quick favor. It's really easy. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. More Premier League predictions coming. And we're going to keep trying to factor in a little bit of trivia, a little bit of reactions from the previous week. So don't miss any of it. Okay. So from everybody here at Yanks the Roundtable, my name's Jose. That's Hoffed. That's Max. That's Austin. We'll catch you guys next time.